Welcome to the Shamblin Showdown. I'm your host, Hunter Shamblin, here on this beautiful Monday afternoon. It's a cold Monday, but I believe it's fall, y'all. So we went, I always think it's funny because we go from straight up summer to winter here, but we're getting a little bit of this brisk fall. My car windshield was frozen over this morning. I'm sure a lot of y'all's was frozen over as well this morning too, which it's hard to get out and get places on time when your car windshield's frozen over, so you got to get up an extra 10 minutes early or so just to get the defrost cooking. But anyway, I wanted to touch on a few subjects here today, this Monday. Hope you all have been doing well. We ran a rerun last week. That's my fault. We didn't have as much content last week, so I said just run it up. It was an oldie but a goodie, so we ran a rerun. But anyway, touching on a little national politics to get going this morning. Huge win in the state of Virginia. The state of Virginia has now gone back red, and I cannot see how the Democrats are not absolutely panicking right now that there's going to be a new Republican Governor Youngkin, now governor-elect in the state of Virginia. It's really a referendum on the Biden agenda, if that makes sense. So President Biden, sorry, I got to put my headphones on here. I forgot about him this morning. President Biden's agenda so far, I think a lot of the listeners here on the Shamblin Showdown would definitely agree with me and say that it has just been an absolute embarrassment. And Virginia is typically a blue state. But as we saw in the past week, it's flipped red. And not only did the governor's seat flip red, because Youngkin was a good candidate. Don't get me wrong. He was a great candidate. But the lieutenant governor won. We picked up seats in the House of Delegates in Virginia. So it wasn't just like there was one good candidate and it was a fluke. No, everybody on the right won in the state of Virginia. It seemed like, there was a few here and there, but for the vast majority, it was a landslide win for the Republican Party in the state of Virginia. And you can't tell me that the Democrats are not panicking. If free and fair elections still exist in this country, we are about to see a red wave like we have never seen before. You always hear the people saying, oh, the red wave or the blue wave, whatever, it's going to be the biggest, every 2 years, really, whenever there's Senate and House seats up or the presidential. But, everybody on every side always says, oh, there's a blue wave, there's a red wave. But I'm telling you, I genuinely believe that there is a big red wave coming. And it's really, I hate to say this, it's not because the Republican Party right now has done something extra special or extra good. It's really just because the left has been so terrible lately that if we can walk and chew bubblegum on the right now, then we look like Albert Einstein. And people think back to President Trump. He kept us out of wars for 4 years when he was in office. The economy was booming. He fought a global pandemic, implemented Operation Warp Speed. The stock market was booming. Everything was running like the United States should run. It was smooth. It was a well-oiled, fine-tuned machine under Donald J. Trump. But right now, the Republican Party doesn't have to do anything extra special, as I said, to win. We just got to walk and chew bubblegum, and we ought to be able to flip the House and flip the Senate back, in my opinion. Oh, my microphone fell out there. I guess I'm getting a little too riled up this morning. Sorry about that. But what I was saying was the Republican Party does not have to do anything extra special. We've just got, right now, in this time we're living in this country, all we've got to do is stay on message, keep our message clear. We are the party of jobs and not mobs. We're the party of religious freedom. We're the party of vaccine freedom. The Republican Party should not be the party that says you get the jab or you get fired. I'm sorry, but that's a fact. neither party should be saying that, but we've known that the left has gone wacko socialist for a long time now, so no surprise here. But if we can stay on message, we're the party of jobs, not mobs, religious freedom, vaccine freedom, economic growth, low taxes. Boy, that sounds a whole lot better than what the people are getting right now, does it not? You don't have to be, we don't have to bring anything extra special to the table. If we can just stay on message and do good fiscal conservative things, the Republican Party will have a landslide victory in 2022. We'll be right back here on the Shamblin Showdown. We are back here on the Shamblin Showdown. Before the break there, we were talking a little bit about the state of Virginia and how the Republican Party doesn't have to do anything extra special for a big red wave to hit. I truly believe that right now in this country, people are not asking for anything special. We're just asking to go back to the way it was under Donald Trump. I mean, who could be sensible and not ask to say, let's go back to the pre-COVID time when the economy was booming, when everybody had a job if they wanted a job, when businesses could operate, for goodness sakes, because they had people working because the government wasn't pumping out millions and billions of dollars into the economy. That's another subject we could spend all day on. I mean, there's absolutely no way that if you are a sensible citizen of the United States of America, a sensible business owner in the United States of America, that you could support the Democratic agenda right now, because your businesses are being shut down. For goodness sakes, there's a business here in the local community out near my house, and they're having to sell because they can't get workers. And they can't get workers because billions of dollars is getting pumped out into the economy to just stick it in your pocket and stay on your couch. I hate to sound harsh, but that's the way it is. What happened to the American dream where we didn't care about whether the government was going to help us out or not? I don't want the government's help, if we're being honest. And the only thing that I ask in return is that the government doesn't get in my business. That's how it should be. Government, you stay out of my way, and I'll stay out of your way, and we'll both live happy lives. I mean, how stupid does the left think we are that we need the government's money, that we need to be under the wing of the government every moment, every day, that they should tell us what's best for our medical situations, whether our doctors tell us otherwise or not. That's another thing. How can you tell someone that they're going to get fired if they do not get vaccinated, and they've got their doctor that they trust telling them that it's not in their best interest of their health to get vaccinated? Doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it's one of those things that I always like to go back to the Bible for what I lean on. The Bible tells us in the last days, good will be evil and evil will be good. And that's what we're seeing right now. For goodness sakes, Anthony Fauci, I'm going to get back on him a little bit here too this afternoon. I'm just getting myself worked up. I really need to tone it down. Thanksgiving's coming, Christmas coming. It's a happy time of the year, but old Hunter's getting worked up today here on the Shamblin Showdown. But Anthony Fauci experimenting with the dogs and having the flies eat the dog's flesh. What a sick you-know-what. I mean, I'm sorry, but this guy ought to be behind bars somewhere. He ought to be institutionalized for what he's done. It's absolutely sick. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that we listen to this fool. It's embarrassing. I'm going to get off national politics here for a little bit. We'll take a quick break here on the Shamblin Showdown, and we will be right back. We're back here on the Shamblin Showdown. I was getting into it there a little bit about Anthony Fauci, saying I feel kind of stupid that we ever gave that guy the time of day. He's just an idiot, and he's sick, as we can see now that the experiments he did on the dogs, and who knows what else, and who knows what his intentions were with the coronavirus pandemic. You know, he's got to be bought out and sold by Big Pharma, but that's beside the point. But there's a red wave coming, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not saying that like every other news correspondent or every other radio commentator. The facts are the facts. And if we can stay on message, like I've said, if we cannot get too far into the week, we can run positive campaigns right now as Republicans. Republicans can run positive campaigns right now. If you run in this climate, in this day and age as a Republican, on low taxes, vaccine freedom, religious freedom, economic growth, strong military, leading through leading through strength, which gives us peace. How can you lose? How can you lose? After what we've seen, how can you lose? After we've seen how the left has torn this country apart months and months and months, they've rioted in the streets, they've tried to dictate our every move. If you are running as a Republican and you run on the simple facts, I'm going to stay out of your way. If I win, you're going to stay out of my way. How can you lose? How can you lose? If you run on the simple basis of what Republicans believe right now in this climate, how can you lose? I don't believe you can. I mean, if elections are free and fair, I don't believe you can. But that's the thing. You know, there was all kind of attorneys down there in Virginia watching that race. And I'm not so sure the New Jersey race, a little something didn't happen there. That's just Hunter Shamblin's take here. You know, that's not on behalf of anybody. That's on just behalf of myself. I'm just curious. But back to my point, and I'm saying this over and over again because I can't stress it enough. If we on the conservative right side just run as a common sense party in every race we run, whether it's governor's races, Senate races, local races, or whether it's the presidential race, if we just run on the fact that we are the common sense party, we will win, and we will win big, because people are tired of the shenanigans that the left has played. They're tired of all the tricks they have in their sleeve. You know, we've seen all their tricks now. They've played all their cards. You know, at first it was, I hate Donald Trump. Donald Trump's the devil. Orange man bad. Orange man bad. That's all they thought. Now it's, you got to get the jab. You got to get the jab. If it's convenient for us, then we're going to shut you down for COVID. Not looking into science. Not saying, well, it's safe. We've got herd immunity. You know, but people should be going back to their normal lives now. It's not convenient for the left because, like I've said in previous shows, they're using this time to usher in their Democratic Dream list. In their Democratic Dream list, it's no shock. It's no shock to me, and I'm sure it's not a shock to you all. What they ultimately want is socialism. That's what they've been gunning for. I mean, look, AOC plus 3, whatever their names are. The Three Stooges, whatever. So AOC plus 3, whatever. They've hijacked the left. They've hijacked the Democratic Party. For goodness sakes, how has Joe Manchin not left that party yet? I am not a Joe Manchin fan by any means, but at least the guy's got a little bit of a head on his shoulders. And how has he not left that party yet? It is beyond me the fact that Joe Manchin is still a member of the Democratic Party after what they put him through. Kristen Sinema, her own people chased her into the dang bathroom yelling at her. I'm sorry, but this might be the redneck coming out in me, but if you chase me into the bathroom yelling at me, either I'm getting my rear end whipped or you are. But somebody's getting their tail whipped. I mean, these people are crazy. Chased her. She had to go hide in the bathroom, for goodness sakes. And they followed her in there. It's shameful what the left is doing. It's absolutely shameful. I'm going to get off national politics here. We just got a few minutes left. I might go back to it. You never know. That's the thing here. Here on the Shamblin Showdown, I might get a wild hair and I might just want to start jumping on Anthony Fauci or Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden. I hadn't even gotten on President Biden today. You know, we'll get on him for just a second here before I switch to a little local. What's going on with old Joe They're still calling lids at 9:45 in the morning. It's like Joe wakes up, they give him a little pudding to wake him up, a little fig pudding or whatever it is he eats. He can't eat anything solid or hard. It's too hard on his tummy. But they give him his pudding in the morning time, and Joe eats his pudding, and he wakes up, and he strolls around the Oval Office, and then he gets to take a nap, and then he just goes back to the residence for the rest of the day, it seems like. Who's in control? Who's in control? Joe Biden and that family, his family, for allowing him to run for this office and allowing whatever has happened where he's actually been able to get into the office of the presidency should be ashamed of themselves for letting this happen, because this is a dadgone embarrassment. He's not competent. Please, Donald Trump, if you ever listen to the Shamblin Showdown, run for president again, because you're the only man that can fix the mess that we're in now. I'm sorry, it's not going to be a Bush. It's not going to be a Jeb Bush. It's not going to be a John McCain type. It's not going to be a Bob Corker type or the Republicans of the past around here to fix this mess. It's going to have to take a Donald Trump. I'm sorry, because Donald Trump's got more common sense than the rest of us. I mean, he's got more common sense than the rest of the Republican Party. That's all the man is common sense. It's how he governed. Anyway, touching on local races here. Some big races coming up. Excuse me. It's starting to get good, ladies and gentlemen. You've got a heated district attorney's race right now. Steve Crump been working his tail off, doing a lot of great things, done a lot of great things for this community. Being opposed by Stephen Hatchett, it's getting good. Both sides are working hard. It's going to be interesting. If you want the Shamblin Showdown prediction here, I'm going to say that District Attorney General Crump is still on top and takes it to the House again. He's done a good job for this community. I think he pulls it out. I really think he pulls it out. I think he runs away with it. I think he's done a good job. Stephen Hatchett, his opponent, I think he's working hard too. But I really think that the 10th Judicial District will keep Steve Crump. That's been one that's been heated here lately. We'll see how the narratives change, but I really think he's going to run away with it. We've got a few other races right now. The Johnny Mole, Gary Davis race, boy, that's tighter than tight. That one, honestly, I don't know what to say on that one. Because I believe it's tight. Both guys are working hard. Both men are good men. It's going to be interesting. There's been a few commission races. I saw where Randy Howard announced that he's going to run for Johnny Mole's commission seat now that Johnny Mole's announced that he's running for mayor. Been a few judicial races here too. Barrett Painter, Andrew Morgan. That's going to be one for the books too. You see both of those guys out at all the festivals. They're tearing it up right now. They're everywhere. I love to see it. You've got David Calfee and Clay Collins. I'm sure he's going to announce anytime soon. That one's going to be tight too. Both guys, good men. Clay's a hard worker. I think Clay's getting out sometime soon. Calfee has already gotten out. Trying to think of some more here. I'm trying to keep you guys updated on the climate here. Right now, I think I forgot about one. Sandra Donaghy, Paul Rush. You see both of those out working hard. I'm very proud of the Republican Party right now because every candidate is working their tail off. And that's very important. And every candidate is at events. Everyone's being accessible to people, which is good, which we are blessed in Bradley County, where we can live in a place where both sides of the ballot 99% of the time is a Republican, and both sides of the ballot usually are good people who have the heart for this community. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up on the Shamblin Showdown. Hoping to get some more news here locally soon, but I wanted to update you there on the people that had announced and kind of how I was feeling with it there too. But anyway, we'll be back with the Shamblin Showdown next Monday. If you can't run with the big dogs, you better stay on the porch. Y'all have a great day.